Nobody is actually wise. People actually hear spirits. When you say somebody is wise, he has access to the voice of a spirit, because only spirits know tomorrow, and the Spirit of God is the governor of the realm. As I round up, you want to manifest light, you must become conscious of the glory of God that is in you. The Bible said that the communication of your faith should become effectual by the acknowledging of every good thing that is in you. Most of us never know or imagine that there's any good in us. We appreciate and discern the good in others, but never in us. As you are listening now, if I stood here at this moment and say, if anybody is sick here, I want to pray, he'll be healed, you'll be so excited. In fact, when I say, if you are sick, come out, you will be full of expectation to see the sick healed. But when I say, you come and pray for the sick, all your joy will die. Because you imagine that there are few special distinguished Christians that can manifest God. What you have not realized is that all of us carry the glory of God. Because all of us fell from glory, all of us were restored to glory. If you want to manifest light, you must first of all acknowledge that the light is in you. If you don't acknowledge that it's in you, what are you manifesting? You must acknowledge it. It's in you. Don't let Satan make your feeling think you don't have it. As a young Christian, you function by what you feel. But when you start manifesting, you begin to function by what you know. There are many times I go to preach, I don't feel like the power of God will move. There are many times I go to preach, I don't feel like healing will happen. Feeling nowhere. And I was functioning based on my feeling, vasculating from one side to the other, until a point came when I matured. I knew we walk by faith, not by sensory perception. Whether I feel like it or not, I know it will happen. So I started functioning based on what I knew and believed, not what I felt. And my manifestations became constant and progressive. Listen, everyone here can manifest light, but everyone must first of all know that they carry light. Everyone here can manifest glory, but everyone must first of all know that they have glory. Everyone here can manifest power, but everyone must first of all know that they have power. If Satan deceives you to think and imagine that it's only few apostles, prophets, and evangelists that are qualified and prepared to manifest glory and power, all your life you will look for them and you will never release what is inside you. You carry glory. You carry power. You carry the grace of God. Go and manifest it. If you become conscious, it will happen. That the communication of your faith might become effectual by the acknowledging of every good thing that is in you. Finally, to manifest light, you must burn. Light responds to intensity. John 5:35. He said he was a burning and a shining light. There is no shine without burn. If there's no intensity, there can be no illumination. Shining is a product of burning. Do you know why Satan comes? To weaken your passion, to weaken your love for God, to weaken your intensity, because he knows that's where your glory is locked. The day you release that passion for God, that passion for soul, that passion for righteous living, you will notice things will just begin to change in your life. And you will not know how it is happening. Your illumination has begun. Satan understands some things, and you must be wise to know he does. He knows that next week, a king is going to come inside your radar, and it will change your life. He comes 2 weeks ahead and kills your fire. Either through malice, or through immorality, or through lying. And then the moment your fire goes down, in the day of your manifestation, you can't rise. You shake yourself like Samson, your hair has been cut off. He knows. He knows. This is why those of us who understand how to maximize Kairos moment, we use Chronos moment to keep the fire. So that during the Kairos moment, the shine will go forth. Only God knows what you guys carry. Only God knows. Some of you seated here today, we rule this nation. Some of you seated here today, you are the next prophet and apostles. Some of you seated here today, you are the evangelists that will take the nations. Only God knows. But Satan has come today to kill your fire. Because if your fire dies, when tomorrow comes, it will not shine. He knows. Some years ago, when my mom died, I was left in grief. And Satan came to me, said, look at your mother. She was an intercessor. How did she end up? Stop wasting your time. And in that grief, I found myself in a club. Some friends showed up. That's when all kinds of people come into your space. Be wise. Be wise. Don't let one sister call you after 6 months. Hey, you have forgotten me. Stay forgotten. I tell people in this kingdom, so long as holiness is concerned, we burn bridges. Don't let that brother come and say, Sister Naomi, what did I do to you? You did nothing. Our paths have gone different direction. The day you went for a revival meeting and you started praying in the night, after 1 week, so a stranger shows up and begin to profess love. Those are demonic traps. Satan knows it. He's a serpent. He can predict your future. You don't know? The moment Jesus was born, before the prophet saw the star, wise men from the east, those are astrologers, they've seen the star. They are working harder than us. You are the one who don't know. There are many sorcerers who have not seen the sun this year. While we are driving good cars and calling it success, some of them are in the forest. You must be careful. The star of Jesus rose. No prophet saw it, but people saw it from Saudi Arabia. What were they working with? You are seated here. The devil has gone 3 years ahead. Having studied the things happening around you, he knows that in 3 years this person will be something. So he won't come 3 years later. He will come now and lure you into immorality. Before you leave school, they have cut off your womb. So you carry depression for 30 years. You will never maximize Kairos moment. He knows. This is why your insurance to shine is to burn. John started burning till the day of his showing forth. And when that day came, nothing could stop it. You want to shine, you must burn. Don't let anything extinguish your intensity. It will take your future away. Only God knows what you will become. If I tell you where I was 7 years ago, you won't believe I'll be here. Last month, in 4 weeks, I was in 4 nations organizing my own meetings. Somebody from Benue State, who 8 years ago was hoping he would be employed as a lecturer. Where did the transition happen? Today, vice chancellors call me, pray for me, tell me about their plans. What do you think? If I was in a university, maybe I would have been a senior lecturer. But something shifted. Imagine. So Satan saw it and pushed me to a club. I was in the club. Thank God my mother was an intercessor. See, I pray for women here. May God give you the grace to burn in prayer. I was in the club and I heard a voice from the wall. The wages of sin is death. I wasn't praying, but somebody prayed for me. When I walked out of that place, a new garment came upon my life. I began to roar like a revivalist. Today, we organize meetings, impact people from all around the world. I just returned from Australia. I was in 3 different cities, everywhere packed. From Sydney to Melbourne to Perth. No prior information. We are coming, that's enough. People shut down. People traveled, booked hotels, just to sit down and be blessed. How did the shift happen? I realized to shine, you must burn. I came to pray for one person here tonight. That fire that you have lost, God is here to rekindle it. Those flames that have become ashes, God is here to rekindle it. You may not look like it, it doesn't matter. It's not about look, it's about ordination. Mary was not the best among women, but there was an ordination. He said to Jeremiah, before you were formed in the belly, I knew you. Before thou camest forth, I ordained you to be a prophet. There is an ordination on your life that nothing will quench, that nothing will abort. I came to stir and to spark the fire that will awaken that ordination. Joseph was in the prison. The prison couldn't hold ordination. The Bible said he sent a man before them, even Joseph, whom they bound in fetters. He said, until the time that his word came, the word of the Lord tried him. The king sent for to loose him. Even the ruler of the people, he made him lord of his house and ruler of his substance, to bind his princes at his pleasure and to teach his senators wisdom. A prisoner can become a prime minister. An ordinary virgin can become the mother of Jesus. It doesn't matter where you are, it matters where you are going, and it depends on the fire. Can you tame it? Can you tame it? He said, until the time that his word came, the word of the Lord tried him. Until that time, Potiphar's wife showed up, asked him to sleep with her. He refused. I'm going somewhere. I will not fall to that bed of fornication. I will not fall to that strategy of lying. I am going somewhere. My generation is waiting for my manifestation. I won't fall tonight. Can you pray in the Holy Ghost for 1 minute? Arakatone Farates Seliga Paronda Savrida Kai Serekapatona Maragadias. 15 years ago, Satan came for me. He dragged me into a club, but God brought me back. Somebody receives mercy tonight. Where are the Josephs? Where are the Daniels? Where are the Mordecai's? Where are the Pauls? Where are the Peters? Where are the Deborahs? Carriers of mantles, transgenerational mantles. Where are they? Those whose names will be mentioned before the chronicles are closed. It's the time we fail me to speak of Gideon, of Barak, of Jephthah, of Samson, of the prophets who through faith subdued kingdom, obtained righteousness, shut the mouth of lions, quench the violence of fire. Weak men make valiant in battle and put to flight the armies of the alien. Lift your hands toward heaven. There are two categories of people tonight that I came to spare. The first are those who carry prophetic ordinations. Before you were born, words were spoken. Because there is an ordination that this generation and generations beyond depends on. But that ordination is under attack. There is a fire that will come upon you. You carry a prophetic ordination. Father, wherever they are standing, I come to them as one sent. In the name of Jesus, let your hand come upon them. Let those ordinations begin to speak.